Nothing Important Podcast. Your host, Matt Reyes. Back for another motherfucking episode. I didn't even make any coffee. Let's do this. Let's do a live action making the coffee as I'm recording the podcast. Very exciting, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first time I've done this. I've done a lot of things on a Nothing Important Podcast that you probably shouldn't do on a live podcast. I'll correct myself. This isn't a live podcast. It's pre-recorded. But I've smoked on the Nothing Important Podcast. I don't think you're supposed to do that.
Nope.
I've also laid down on the ground and recorded. I don't think that's professional. What am I doing now? I'm going to make a cup of coffee.
It's bacon!
I'm going to make a cup of cafe, ladies and gentlemen, because we need it in our lives. Today is Friday. Doesn't really feel like TGIF Friday. Un momento. It's nice outside, you know. It's a little bit hot. It's a little bit muggy. Sun not really shining too hard. And it's Flag Day. What the fuck is that, man? I'm going to pause the recording while I'm making this coffee, and I'll be right back. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I made the cup of coffee. I'm going to take a little sip. You know what I mean? A little sippy whippy. Delicious. Delicious. I ain't even put no sugar in the motherfucker. Today is Flag Day. I don't know what Flag Day is. I don't know if I remember Flag Day, like when I hear that on an annual basis. I'm like, oh, it's Flag Day again. Do I really pay attention to what the fuck Flag Day is?
Nope.
I imagine it has something to do with flags. I imagine, possibly. Is this like one of those, you know what I mean, confusing advertising moments where it doesn't have anything to do with flags and it's like an anagram for something? Or let's check it out. Flag Day. What the fuck is that?
Hey, what's that smell? It's you!
Hi.
What the fuck is that? We're going on Wikipedia, ladies and gentlemen. Flag Day is a holiday celebrated on June 14th in the United States. It commemorates the adoption of the flag of the United States on June 14th, 1777. A long fucking time ago. America adopted the flag that we understand as the American flag.
I love me some America.
Red, white, and blue. You know what I mean? Everybody recognizes it. You see it. You know it. We the top dogs. You know what I'm saying? But we adopted that flag on June 14th, 1777 by resolution of the Second Continental Congress. The flag resolution stated that the flag of the 13 United States be 13 stripes, alternate red and white, that the Union be 13 stars, white in a blue field, representing a new constellation. So that's the U.S. flag that they're showing in this photograph. President Woodrow Wilson issued a presidential proclamation that designated June 14th as Flag Day. Not to be confused with Pride Month, ladies and gentlemen. There's an L in between that A.
Flag it.
What? On August 3rd, 1949, National Flag Day was officially established by an act of Congress. Flag Day is not an official federal holiday. Title 36 of the United States Code, subtitle 1, Part A, Chapter. Who the fuck is going to read that? Is there anybody out there who is like so deep into their virginity that their penis is actually inverted, that they spend their moments of their fucking precious life reading the United States Code, subtitle 1, Part A, Chapter 1? Get a fucking life. Is the official statute on Flag Day. However, it is at the president's discretion to officially proclaim the observance. So the president, and the president in question that we're talking about is Woodrow Wilson. He said, we're going to observe Flag Day on June 14th. So on June 14, 1937, Pennsylvania became the first state to celebrate Flag Day as a state holiday, beginning in the town of Rennerdale. New York consolidated laws designated the second Sunday in June as Flag Day, a state holiday. How do you feel about this, ladies and gentlemen? I think pro-America energy is important. If you're an American, if you're a tourist and you listen to Nothing Fucking Important podcast, get on your knees and kiss my ring. America. America. I really do believe in a level of national pride. I think it is important for the uniformity of this nation. I think if you look at other places around the globe, people have a lot of respect for their government, because in a lot of places around the world, if you don't have blind subservience to your government, they'll behead you. You know, we don't do that. I'm not saying we should start doing that, but I always appreciate any moment that we take in America to make sure that people are down with the get down. You know, we reap the benefits of being spoiled consumers, sitting our asses on couches, judging celebrities who make inordinate amounts of money, or athletes. You know, that is the privilege of being a fucking American. We might as well love this nation as well, you know. And this is a very particular pride. We're not only saying we love America.
I love me some America.
But we like that fucking flag. We love the fucking flag. That it's a pole. It's really like a spear that we just jet into the fucking ground and let people know this is mine now. This is mine now. That's what the American flag is. If you didn't know, now you fucking know. It is a large blanket that is tied to a spear that we chuck into foreign land and tell people, this is mine now. This is America. No, it's not. This is the Middle East. This is America. You get the fucking vibes, man. You understand how this goes. And if you are American, it'd probably be wise for you, as you are reaping all the benefits of the rape and colonization of the history of this nation, to to show some pride on Flag Day, baby. To show, you know what I don't like seeing? I'll tell you what I don't like seeing. I am all for protest. I've spoken ad nauseum, you know, but I've spoken a lot about the necessity for young people to protest, to have and express their revolutionary mindset, and to, you know, get with people their age and they're like-minded, and to go out to the streets and to do that thing that all young people must do. Express the spirit of revolution to make change, because the reality is if you are young, you have no power. There are people who are older than you and more experienced that have the power, and the world changes. And one of the changes that happens is that you will not stay young. You will get older, and the old people die.
Huh?
So what is the point of that revolutionary expression? It's making sure that you are molding the world that you will be empowered in the future. Do we understand? Is that worded correctly? You get what the fuck I'm saying. So I always agree with that. I have also critiqued the ways that people protest, the ways that people express the revolutionary spirit, that revolt tendency that young people have. And one of the issues that I have outside of maybe self-destruction, and this is probably part of self-destruction. I've seen this a little bit. You know, there's a lot of people who are protesting the war in the Middle East, or they're protesting organizations or individuals that are complicit in what they consider to be a genocide overseas. And they take it to an extent that I don't really fuck with. Like burning the U.S. flag. I'm seeing a lot of that online. I'm seeing it's Flag Day. I think it's a day to talk about it. This is a day to talk about it. We all a big family. You know what I mean? We're at a dinner table and the energy's a little bit fucked up. The energy's a little bit fucked up. You know what I mean? And I'm going to be that family member that has to talk about it. We shouldn't be burning our own flag. I don't think that makes sense anywhere. I don't think that makes sense. I saw this video recently, and I don't know if these people were flag burning, but they took over like a train cart in New York City. And it was a confusing image for me, because I'm somebody who I like to consider myself more than even tolerant of other cultures. I'm accepting and interested in a lot of other cultures, and a culture that I grew up with, actually, people who are of the Muslim faith, understanding a certain garb that the women wear, It's called a hijab, and it's something that it's culturally and geographically relevant to where these people come from. It's hot as a fucking camel's nutsack in the Middle East, and so a lot of the people they cover up, and that combined with religious practices that said that women should cover their hair. We all understand why they do what they're doing. But in New York City, on any given Wednesday, you might go into a train station and see during the Pride Month, people of the LGBTQ community with hijabs on. And it's getting a little bit confusing. I feel like I have to go back and say it, ladies and gentlemen. The person who is creating this simulation, this game that we exist in, they're getting a little bit confused. It's getting a little bit out of hand. They're bored and they're mixing up the avatar categories. If I see another gay person in a hijab with a COVID mask burning an American flag, I might lose my shit. I'm confused. I don't understand. I don't understand, man. It's pronoun hijab warriors. That's the shit that I feel like is extremism, and it's not. I don't think that's really the spirit of revolution. I also don't think that is a genuine reaction by those individuals. I think when people are young, they can be very malleable, and somebody's very proud on Flag Day. That person's headed to a barbecue. They have like an old school 1960s chopper that they're driving, and probably a curly mustache and a spiked helmet. What the fuck are they doing out of my window? Just revving the shit out of more. Okay, thank you. Anyway, what was I saying? I was talking about subway terrorists, gay guys with hijabs on, and COVID masks. It's getting confusing, man. It's getting confusing. Who would have thought that as well? Like a place like New York that was so gung-ho about accepting compulsory vaccinations and wearing a mask, and the craze that went on there, those same individuals who were like considered progressive intellectual liberals, progressive intellectual individuals who were adherent with the science and the most update understanding of medicine in the United States, the people who were on that side, that just a couple years later they would be painting Hamas gang signs in New York City train station and wearing hijabs. Huh? What is going on? What is going on? Where I draw the line, I really don't care. If people want to cosplay as Middle Easterns, do your fucking thing. If we're so dried out from Western paradise, if we're so fucking dried out from all the privileges that we get to experience in a great city like New York City, and we have to get a little bit of excitement, cosplay as Hamas. If that's how gay guys got to get their kinks off in New York City, so be it. I'm gonna make fun of it, but I'm not gonna take a stance against that. But burning the American flag, I don't get that. I don't understand that. I'll tell you why I don't understand it, because it is the same concept as bigotry. It's the same concept as homophobia, Islamophobia. It is the same concept as racism and prejudice. It's when you take some overarching representation, a very grand concept that encapsulates so many nuanced categories, like the American flag. It's representing 50 states. If you understand how America works, each state is like a different fucking country. People have different accents. They're basically speaking different fucking languages. America is extremely diverse. So you're taking that all-encompassing signal, that sign that represents the entirety of this nation, and you're chalking that up to corporations that you feel are complicit in Zionism and burning you know what I mean? Like, it's craziness. It's craziness. Like, that flag, people have to think about the message that sends. Like, the internet reaches everybody. There's people all over the world, once again, laughing at New York City. Like, what the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are you doing? Cosplaying as that's the wildest shit. That is the wildest shit. Are we gonna have that in like 5 years? The Jacob Javits Center. It's gonna be like a cosplay event, and it's gonna be like, you know, pick your favorite group that's been genocided. It's gonna people show up like white upper middle class people from New York City show up as Rwandans, and I don't know how far this is gonna go. It's very confusing to me. Very, very confusing to me. I would say people keep up the good work. If you feel like, you know, this revolutionary expression is really halting some of the atrocities overseas, maybe do so without wrapping a picnic blanket over your head and burning the American flag. Why? I think it's confusing me. Like wildness, ladies and gentlemen. And I sound like, you know, I'm not somebody's like blind to how shitty America is. I always speak well of America because you have to, you know what I mean? You have to. There's this thing that, something I learned when I was growing up. It's like, you don't shit on your own block. You don't shit on your own block. You don't talk shit about your own home. You don't shit on your own people. It's like taking a shit on yourself. And a lot of these people that are doing this, that are American, second generation, third generation, their family's been here forever. They reap the benefits. They've been educated at the top universities of this nation. They are shitting on their own soil. It weakens the collective, and it's weakening the self. And I just don't agree with that, especially on Flag Day, ladies and gentlemen. If you are outside right now, if you're inside, if you're planning to go outside with the intention of picketing and, you know, protesting and ruining the average American's day, if that's what your intention is today, to save some Palestinians' lives, do so without burning an American flag. Because that shit, it just doesn't fucking make sense. It just doesn't fucking make sense. You know what I mean? I don't get it. Nobody's burning Israeli flags. No, you know, the Israelis that, or the people who are against Palestine, nobody's burning Palestinian flags. Why does America fucking get it? You know? Why are we getting the shit? Huh? 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 Oh. It's fucking crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. I want to participate in this. You know, it's really wild, and it shows the inherent systemic retardation. I don't want to call it racism.
Nope.
I want to call it generational retardation. Yeah. We have a history in this nation of deeply rooted, horrific, brutal racism that is not only the examples of physical slavery or the murdering and lynching of African Americans, or the colonization of islands like where I come from, Puerto Rico, or the systemic injustices and inequalities, the rigged judicial system. All of these things are very real and very apparent, but the psychological hangover of all of those things is fucking incredible. Because people have the privilege. Like, if you are a white gay male in New York City, you can put a hijab on and burn an American flag in a New York City subway station. Let me make a gay joke. Oh my God, I will be crucified. Oh my God, I'm the devil. Oh my God. Let me make a fucking joke about a gay guy. Oh my God, there's something wrong with me. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. I should take a page out of their fucking books. That's what I'm not doing, is that I'm not being satirical about it. That's my issue. It's like I have to go like on deep undercover.
What did it mean gay? This word
Homosexual.
Gay? A homosexual? You mean are you telling me the man who tried to put a rubber fist in my anus was a homosexual?
To make my fucking points, I have to be Borat. I have to be Sacha Baron Cohen to be able to express a logical thought in 2024. So any group that I want to poke fun at, that's what I'm going to do. That's going to be my comedy skit. I'm going to join the protest, and I will, instead of dressing like a Middle Eastern whose family is being bombed on the Gaza Strip, instead of, you know what I'm saying? The all eyes on Rafa t-shirt with the hybrid hijab COVID mask. Instead of that getup, I'm going to dress like a fucking, like a super Pride Month gay person.
Nope.
No, I'm not, but this is part of the fucking joke. I'm going to dress like a super Pride gay person, and I'm going to scream, and I'm going to burn pride flags for all the gay people who are complicit in genocide. How about that? How about that? How about I do that? I'm going to burn pride flags. I'm going to burn rainbow flags all across New York City for every gay person that knows somebody who's Jewish. Huh? Are you gay and you know somebody that's Jewish? I'm burning your fucking flag. How about it? How about it? Am I not doing the same fucking thing?
Huh?
I don't know. Does it make sense? Stop burning my motherfucking flag. That's been a podcast, ladies and gentlemen. If you continue listening to Nothing Important Podcast, continue listening. Do me a favor. Go on to the Instagram, Nothing Important Podcast on Instagram. Like posts, like reels. Also go onto the X platform. Go on to the fucking X platform. You know what just happened? They removed the likes. So if you a fucking freak, if you are a Middle Eastern cosplay freak of the week, and you wanted to like photos that you couldn't like because your parents who are Zionists would figure out that you're a gay person who dresses up like you're in Hamas and out you, and you probably wouldn't get your inheritance. If that whole situation was your reality, well, you could be safe on the X platform because nobody's going to know what the fuck you're liking. Hit me up too. Not for any Middle Eastern terrorist homosexual activities, but to support me. If you like the content, follow me on the X platform. Go on to the YouTube page for visual content. Nothing Important Podcast on YouTube. Until next time.